Hello guys, welcome back to another Boom Beach video. Today, we're back on my mini free-to-play account. We're going to be doing another base review, but I just wanted to talk about something quick. I want to talk about the drop rates and how much Boom Beach hates me. Now, if you guys don't know, I believe the drop rate for like a perfect Gumbo Energy masterpiece is like 1 in 100 or like 1%, or it's very, very low. Now, I've been playing Boom Beach over about 4 accounts for the last 3 years since Boom Beach was released to open beta. 3 years, guys. 3 years. And these players are in my task force that have a maxed masterpiece, and they've only been playing for less than a year. So this guy's one of them. He has a 42% Gumbo Energy masterpiece. Now, to put things into perspective, my main account, the best Gumbo Energy masterpiece I ever got was 39% over 3 years of playing Boom Beach. I've probably created like, I don't know, I don't want to like say a number, but like anywhere between like 100 to 150 or 200 purple masterpieces over the last 3 years, and not one of them was a Gumbo Energy masterpiece with maxed stats. And another player, I believe Immoral was another one. This guy also had a maxed. We have 2 players in my task force that have maxed. Nope, he's not one of them. They have a maxed Gumbo Energy masterpiece. I was looking at it the other day and I got so mad because I mean I've been playing for so long and still nothing. And then these players walk in and are like, oh, look at my statues. My statues are so much better than your statues. I don't know who it was. Was it Storm? I don't know who it was. There was someone with a maxed. Nope. Okay, well, I don't know who it is, guys, that I saw, but someone else in my task force, the mini task force, has a maxed Gumbo Energy masterpiece. And then Zmalt, one of Zmalt's accounts, he had like 3 Gumbo Energy masterpieces, and he's like, it was like a level 46. 3 Gumbo Energy maxed masterpieces. I believe he had 1 placed, 1 in his storage, and he found another one, and he reclaimed it because he didn't need another one. That's how, you know how much that annoys me, guys? That annoys me. Anyway, guys, let's get into the base reviews. If you want your base to be reviewed, click on your name, and then click share, and just copy the link, share, hit copy link, and then paste it into the comments, and I will see it, and I will add you to my list. Now, you guys gotta keep in mind, I'm still reviewing bases from the very first base review video, so that's how long ago it was. Anyway, let's jump into it. So right off the bat, I have to get into my base building mindset, but definitely you want your hot pot next to your HQ because it's the best against warriors and riflemen. So I would say good position on that. I would say I hate the rain. The rain is kind of annoying. I would put a couple machine guns around your HQ just because machine guns do so much better than flame. You have some nice boom cannon placement. Notice how you can't shock 2 boom cannons in 1 shock, which is good. And overall, I would say it's a pretty solid base design. Get rid of these green statues, guys. If you want to see a video, I made a video on it. Just go watch it. I'll try to remember to put a card on the screen, and just go see it, guys, because it talks all about it. So I'm guessing a lot more people will have green statues. I mean, in this video. So decent statues. Oh, 38, that's pretty good. But overall, guys, I would say it's a pretty solid base design. I don't really know what to do with a shock blaster, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't even think shock blasters are very good. I got a shock blaster video coming soon to you guys. But yeah, let's jump into the next one. Good job, Buzz. Overall, solid base design. I don't really know how to make it better, but I would say it's a pretty solid base design. I can see some people flanking with tanks maybe around the back here and just try to clear your base. So I don't really know how to stop that. You could always move the hot pot and swap it with the flamethrower. Then it won't be as good against like riflemen and RZCM. But yeah, let's jump into the next one. Okay, guys, our next player is I Am the One, and he is a level 30. Get rid of your green statues. I already talked about that. Couple problems I'm seeing with your base design right off the bat. One, most people don't know this. I mean, most new level players don't know this. I know it sounds kind of stupid if you're like a max level player, but people can walk through your trees. I remember watching Ben Tim's video and him saying, you can he used to think when he was first started that you can't walk through trees, but you can flank through the trees. So you never want to do this. Leave your HQ on the edge, just like that. That's the one thing you never want to do, because someone could flank around your base and hit that HQ and snipe it. So you always want to have buffer buildings or defenses around your HQ, all the way around. The only time you don't want to do that is if you are making a corner base. But other than that, I see a couple of problems with your buffer buildings. I call these buffer buildings, guys. Like this is a good placement on a buffer building, and you have some buffer buildings mixed in. Buffer building is just an offensive building that doesn't, or an offensive or support building that cannot hurt troops. Kind of provides your defenses with another little buffer before your the opponent's troops will reach your defenses. So over here, what you don't want to do is you don't want to stack these buffer buildings on top of each other, just letting the opponent take a bunch of loot. I mean, a bunch of extra energy. So I would collapse these in here and move them closer to your mortar and sniper tower. And then move your HQ and maybe swap it with this sculptor and kind of condense everything. You don't want everything touching. Like I would try to get rid of this and this, where you can use 1 artillery and take out 3 buildings. But overall, just a couple changes that need to be done, and then it is a solid base design. I should mention that I'm no expert on base designs. I have to mention this every video because there's always someone that comments and says something. I'm not an expert on base designs. I've just been playing Boom Beach for 3 years, so I know a little something about base designs, but I'm not an expert. So look at this. A level 52 has a 41% gumbo energy, and my main account has a 39%. That goes to show you how annoyed I get. You guys don't know how frustrating that gets. Like, it's supposed to be the same percentage or the same, it's like the same rarity to get a max gumbo energy as it is to get a max blue statue, a maxed blue masterpiece. And I've gotten maxed blue masterpieces all the time, and I still haven't gotten a max gumbo or a max damage or a max health on any of my accounts. That's how unlucky I am. Okay, so right off the bat, I do believe, I could be wrong, but I do believe you can shock all 4 of these boom cannons with 1 shock. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe it is possible, or it's just short. If it is just short, it's still, you can still shock 2 with 1 shock, and then even get your shock blaster. So for this case, I would say move your shock blaster back here. Because people will be flanking your base, and I feel like it would do more good if it's back. Just swap it with this flamethrower. As for your boom cannons, I would move each boom cannon out 1 slot, so you can't shock all of the boom cannons at once, or shock 2 boom cannons at once. You have good shock launcher placement. You have good machine guns and flame placement. Your mines are a little weird. I would okay, so he's hiding mines in here. I would space your mines out a little more. So I would like make it so you can't destroy all of them with 1 barrage or 1 artillery here. So just like spread them out a little bit, and that would make it stronger against warriors. But overall, I would say it's a pretty successful base design. Obviously, you're not going to win every single defense or even a couple defenses. It's more about getting intel and getting diamonds and trying to generate that extra income from your opponents. But I would say it's a pretty solid base design. Okay, guys, next, okay. Someone trolling. Either he's trolling or this is his base design, but I can't do much with this. So let's jump on to the next player. Okay, we got Shuko, I believe that's how you say his name. This is another example of like buffer buildings that what you shouldn't be doing with your extra buffer buildings or your extra support or offensive buildings. Having them having them clumped up like this behind your HQ or even anywhere. Because someone can flank your base, grab a lot of extra energy, flare up here, grab a little extra energy, and then go to the HQ and just completely decimate your base. So I would say I always say this, wrap your base. If you want to make a base like this, with barely any buffer buildings built into it, the best way to go about it is to wrap your offensive, wrap your buffer buildings, wrap your support buildings around your base. So you would have like residences here. I guess you can't see, but just around your base to add an extra layer and make it harder for people to destroy your base. And your mortars should not be clumped up like that. Mortars can actually help you. I know it's hard to believe, but I believe the way he has this set up, he made it so the mortars would protect these buffer buildings, which you don't need if you space out your buffer buildings. So I would maybe move a mortar here, swap it with that machine gun, move this mortar, swap it with that machine gun, and then it's move your buffer buildings, work your mines into your base, and you got a pretty successful base. That could work. This is a pretty strong base. Okay, guys, we got our next player. He is a level 20. It's Chancellor India. I guess that's how you say his name. So again, this is kind of what I was saying about wrapping your base with buffer buildings. These are good. Yeah, I would say it's pretty good for his level. I don't know what to do with bases this low in level, but this is what you don't want to see, all these extra buildings in the back here. So just kind of space them out through your base. You can even mix your support buildings into your base design. So maybe put this mortar. What I found is if you have two mortars, I would put them on opposite sides of your HQ. So like one mortar could be here instead of the flame, and then the other mortar would be over here, where a flame would go on the other side. So you'd have two mortars on both sides of the HQ. Your machine guns, I would say, are in a fairly good position. Maybe move your cannons and swap them for your sniper towers, and you can have a pretty strong base design. Then wrap your HQ with these buildings. So I would say get rid of your health statue. I know it's hard to get statues and power stones at this level, so when you can, just take out that building out, because that's not going to help you at all. Okay, guys, let's see who we get. Okay, Orly. Our first corner base for the day. And first off the bat, I like your machine gun placement. This is what I like to see. This base would be pretty hard to attack with warriors. Nice little buffer building back here. I would say nice mine placement overall. Corner bases are not very easy to protect against tanks. But I would say if you had to protect against a tank base, this is a good base. This is a pretty solid base design, guys. I would probably take one of these buildings and put it in the middle here between these two buildings to provide a little extra buffer. But overall, I honestly don't see too many mistakes with this base. This base is a pretty strong base. He has his high damage single shot up front, his cannons, sniper towers. He has his boom cannons covering pretty much his entire base design. So if someone goes from the bottom, the boom cannons will be in range. If someone goes from the top over here, boom cannons will be in range. If someone goes from that edge here, boom cannons will be in range. So overall, it's a pretty solid base design. I don't have any problems with it. It's a very strong base. Let's check out his statues: 23, 25, 31, 47, 61. So pretty strong statues. Not his offensive. His damage is okay, but his gun energy is super, super low. My mini has like a 25%, so I know what it's like, man. I know what it's like. And for the last base, let's see who we get matched up with. We got matched up with Mormi Maru. I guess, I don't even know, guys. He has like a weird little corner base. This is not a very conventional corner base that you normally see, so I don't really know what to do with it. I don't know, guys. I'm studying this base and I just don't know what to do with it. Like, I've never seen a base like this before, so I don't know if it works or not, so I don't want to say something, but you know what? New bases can be good. I'll just say a couple things. This base would be very easy to take out with warriors. Because it's not a very anti-warrior base design. So if you want to make it more anti-warrior, I would say work in these mines on the general path. And if you guys want to know what the general warrior path is, just take the HQ, go straight down. And that's normally the general path warrior users will take. Now, you'll get some people that see mines like that and go from the side here. So what I would do is take these mines up here and move them down. But overall, I don't know what to say with this base. I guess you could say, kind of squish it in a little more. Like, it's so, like, lopsided, I guess you could say, because you have a bunch of defenses down here. You have stuff up here. I know it's hard when you're this low in level and you don't have a lot of defensive buildings to cover your support buildings, and your support buildings feel like they're just sitting in the open. I know that feeling. That's why I'm not building residences on my mini account, this account, because I don't want to just like overload my base because they're pointless, and I don't see a need for them. So there's really no need for them. So if you want to do that, that is fine. But this guy already has them built, so I honestly don't know what to do with this base. I'm so sorry. Overall, I mean, I guess pretty much any combination can easily take it out. So I would try to go to a more conventional base design that actually works. Or you can modify this base design a little bit. What I like about this base design is he has these defenses back here, and pretty much nobody's going to go back here. I think I would actually move this boom cannon and swap it with this mortar here. I feel like that might help you also. And then move some of these defenses over here more. I keep forgetting you can't see where I'm tapping, but overall, pretty solid base design. No, it's not a pretty solid base design. Well, it could be if he just modified it a little bit. Pretty much anyone. Just giving you tips. This is something that you normally see in someone that gyms up bases, or just used to have ice statues and just removed ice statues. So, I mean, people who don't have masterpieces, offensive masterpieces at this level, they're pretty much gymmers, or people who gym up the bases. And there's nothing wrong with gymmers. I use a lot of diamonds also, but he has fairly low statues and no masterpieces. So you get kind of nervous when you see a base like this. So yeah, you could make a very strong base design, just kind of rearrange stuff and you'll be fine. So good job. So yeah, I know my base design isn't good on this account, guys. I know that, and I don't care. That's honestly what it comes down to. I just don't care. I'm going to get defeated either way. You can see the people I get matched up with, 50s. No matter what base design I make, 51s, these players are going to attack my base because I'm getting paired up with them. We got 50s being paired up with me. So no matter what I do, no matter what base I make, I'm still going to get defeated by players. So add this high up in metals for my levels. So overall, yeah, this is what I was kind of talking about. I only have one residence. I'm not going to build anymore because they kind of just take up space, and I don't need that. And they let the opponent have extra energy. So I'm not going with that. But you need to build your storages. So don't not build your storages. So build your storages. I guess I should have just said. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to drop a like as always. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.